Hi, friends. Have you ever won a race, maybe running or hurdles or something like that? It's really exciting. I remember when I was 9 years old, doing the 100-meter dash and winning a little wooden elephant. It's uh, it's very helpful if you have a coach who keeps you on your toes and who gives you some tips about how to win and how to run. I'm sure you've all heard about this famous race. It is a race between the hare and the tortoise. Now, the hare was super confident. The prize is already mine, he boasted before the race began. And he was extremely chilled. He went off at full speed. Then he stopped on the way and crunched up some carrots. He ran a little more. And then he took a nap under a tree. What about the tortoise? He had a big heavy load to carry. It was very hot. His legs were short, and he crawled along the road as fast as he could. But he didn't stop and he didn't give up. We all know the end. The hare woke up from his nap and raced as fast as he could, but he was just a bit too late. The tortoise reached the finish line first and won the race. So, God really wants us to run the race of life well and win the prize. The prize is heaven. And so, Jesus, like a good coach, encourages us to do certain things. In today's gospel, he gives us a few tips. So, let's see if you can catch those tips. A reading from the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 13. Jesus went through one town and village after another, teaching as he made his way to Jerusalem. Someone asked him, "Lord, will only a few be saved?" He said to them, "Strive to enter through the narrow door, for many, I tell you, will try to enter and will not be able." Once the owner of the house has got up and shut the door, and you begin to stand outside and to knock at the door, saying, "Lord, open to us," then in reply, he will say to you, "I do not know where you come from." Then you will begin to say, "We ate and drank with you, and you taught in our streets." But he will say to you, "I do not know where you come from. Go away from me, all you evildoers." There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth when you see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of God, and you yourself thrown out. Then people will come from east and west, from north and south, and take their places at the banquet in the kingdom of God. Indeed, some are last who will be first, and some are first who will be last. The Gospel of the Lord. So let's answer some questions. If you caught those tips, in the Gospel, someone asked Jesus, "Will only few people be saved?" That means, will only few people win the race? But Jesus didn't answer the question. He seemed to answer, "Make sure you win. And this is what you must do." So, what are we to do according to Jesus? Can you fill in those blanks? The answer is strive to enter by the narrow door. Let's try and understand what he means. First of all, what does strive mean? Can you think of any word that means strive? Strive means to struggle, to fight, to work hard, and to keep trying. The Greek word is agonozomai, and it was used for athletes or wrestlers who are training hard. So Jesus was saying, be like the tortoise. Keep going, keep trying, work hard, strive. And what about the narrow door? Any ideas as to what is this narrow door that we have to strive to enter? It means Jesus. And why am I saying this? Because Jesus himself said, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. Now, if Jesus is the door, why a narrow door? Why can't we say that Jesus is a nice big door? Or why didn't Jesus say that I am a big door and anyone can come inside without any problem? It's very easy. So why do you think Jesus said, enter the narrow door? Because following Jesus is not so easy. Jesus himself took the difficult way. He took the way of love. And when you love, there is suffering there. He spoke the truth. He took the way of truth. And when you speak the truth, sometimes you suffer for it. So if we enter the narrow door, that is Jesus, it means joy and peace for sure. But it also means struggle and effort. So we can't be like the hare and just take life easy. Now, suppose a person says, no, thank you, I don't want to struggle. I prefer to enjoy my life. Can he later enter the door? So Jesus said, no. At some point, the door will be shut. It will be too late. Now is the time to enter. Many of Jesus's parables said the same thing. Don't wake up too late. Like the hare, he woke up a bit too late. He ran as fast as he could, but then it was too late. And one last question. Jesus said something at the end of the gospel which may remind you of the hare and the tortoise's race. What did he say? Some are first who will be last, and some are last who will be first. This is a warning to us all, because we may think, I'm good, I'm holy, I've already won the race, now I can just chill. I'm practically in heaven. But following Jesus means keeping at it. Let's do a fantasy exercise. Are you good at imagining? Okay, just imagine you are a child. Adults, you can also just picture yourself as a child, and you're playing outside a big house and you hear someone calling you. The person calls your name, and you look back and you see Jesus standing at the door of the house. And he says to you, come in and join the party. And you get up and you go towards the door. But then as you come closer, you notice that the entrance is very narrow. It's more like a tunnel than a doorway. And you look at it and think, oh, if I try to go in, I'll have to leave all my things behind. And it looks very dark and I might just get a bit hurt. So you say, forget it. It's too difficult, and you run back to your game. Now imagine that suddenly the sky becomes dark. You hear a bang and you realize the door of the house has been closed. Everything is dark and cold except the inside of the house. You can see light coming out of the windows. And imagine yourself now, you go to one of the windows and you peep in and you see a wonderful sight. There's a big table and people are sitting around it and laughing and talking. There's just a wonderful atmosphere of love. At the head of the table, you can see the Father and Jesus and Mother Mary. And you just long to go in and join the party. And you start tapping at the window, but nobody seems to hear. Then you run to the door and you bang as loud as you can, but it's no use. No one opens the door. That wasn't a very nice dream, was it? So it's a good thing it was only fantasy. But today, Jesus is saying to us, there really is a door that you must enter. The door is not closed yet, it is open. I am the door. I am the way to the Father. Don't give up following me. Keep praying and reading my word and keep doing my will. Your prize is waiting for you. Be quiet and speak to Jesus now. There's something for you to do this week. For those who would like to do this, make a door chart and write this verse on it. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So, bye from Family Faith Time. See you next week.